His Excellency Roberto Natali, Chair of the Mountain Partnership Steering Committee, His Excellency Antonio Guterres, Secretary General of the United Nations, Mr. Q Dong-yu, Director General of the FAO, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me great pleasure to be part of this launch event of the International Year of Sustainable Mountain Development. On behalf of the Royal Government of Bhutan, I have the honor to convey our appreciation and felicitations to the government and people of Republic of Kyrgyzstan, at whose behest the United Nations declared the year 2022 as the International Year of Sustainable Mountain Development. The year 2022 also marks the 20th anniversary of the first international year ever devoted to mountains in 2002, as well as the 20th anniversary of the establishment of the Mountain Partnership. Bhutan is happy to be part of these partnerships for the development of mountains and its people. I take this opportunity to thank the Mountain Partnership and the FAO of the United Nations for organizing this important event and for the kind invitation extended to us to participate. Excellencies, mountains matter as they have global significance and relevance. Mountains cover 22% of the world's land area and 14% of the world's population live in the mountains. Further, mountains provide 70% of the world's fresh water and host about 25% of the terrestrial biodiversity. Therefore, sustainable development of the mountains provides an important linkage to the overall achievement of the Sustainable Development Goals. For Bhutan, mountains are our only home and they are the abode of our protecting deities. Our mountains are considered sacred and climbing them is not in our policy. We take pride in the fact that we have the highest unclimbed mountain in the world, Mount Gangkhar Pinsum, standing at 7,570 meters above sea level. From the terraced farmlands, lush green forests and alpine meadows, to snow-clad mountains, glaciers, and freshwater bodies such as lakes and rivers, our mountains are the source of our lives and livelihood. Therefore, we live in the mountains and they live in our spirits. Excellencies, Bhutan always had strong policies to environmental conservation, and we have been able to preserve close to 72% of our land as forest cover under the visionary leadership of our kings. Our unique approach to development has supported our ambitious climate policy, and we have been successful until now to maintain a balance between economic development and environmental conservation, which is a key stalwart of sustainable development goals. However, even as we are one of the few carbon negative countries in the world, we are not yet being spared by the impacts of climate change. Owing to our fragile mountain ecosystem, we are vulnerable to the impacts of climate change. The alarming rate at which our glaciers are disappearing is a warning bell for all to take immediate mitigation actions and adaptation measures against climate change. Climate resilient agriculture and climate proofing of our infrastructure are becoming urgent. On this day, I want to emphasize on three important aspects of sustainable mountain development. The first is mountain agriculture. More than 50% of our people still practice subsistence agriculture for their livelihoods, and agriculture in the mountains are susceptible to many vagaries of nature. Climate change and human-wildlife conflict causes additional pressure to farming in the mountains and the lives of our farmers. Further, availability of water for drinking and agriculture is becoming an increasing challenge. Second is the sustainable mountain tourism. Considering the rich flora and fauna, diversity of peoples and existence of vibrant culture, and the arts and crafts of the mountain people, tourism in the mountain has a huge potential for uplifting the mountain economy. However, lack of infrastructure investments and sustainable tourism policies inhibit development of sustainable mountain tourism to its full potential. The third is the opportunities for tapping the sources of renewable energy that the mountains provide in the form of hydropower generation, solar power, and even wind energy. For Bhutan, the glacial-fed rivers and deep mountain gorges provide ideal circumstances for hydropower generation with minimal impacts to the environment and substantial benefits to the economy. Excellencies, all of the above opportunities can be materialized through cooperation, proper investments, and international support. While the mountain communities can try their best, actions on their own is not enough. The support and cooperation of international community is paramount. In this light, the work of the Mountain Partnership is even more important in galvanizing support for the mountain people. Bhutan remains committed to cooperate and collaborate with all the members and partners in fulfilling our shared goals and responsibilities. We need to join our forces to protect our people and environment so that the mountains can contribute to a more sustainable future for all. Mountains have the true potential of becoming heavens on earth. Let our policies and resolve be in that direction. I thank you and Tashdile.